I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Right off of Green Avenue in Waverly. Best I do or die. Careful how you act. But my mother was from here. She was born in 1939, and the South was where she was from. Yamacraw in Savannah, Georgia. Dead end. God bless it that I am an adopted child. My name was born as Jesse Perry, biologically. My adoptive name is Justin Jesse Fields. That's me. And you know, she wanted to come back down here. I honestly didn't want to, but hey, I'm actually glad that we did. Here I am now. Still. What I'm gonna do? My brother, Jason, and Jason, he gave the younger persona. My older brother Steven was already back home in Brooklyn, and at that point, it was just me, Jason, and my sister, Candy, and my sister Candy was mentally ill. 8th grade mind, no further than that. Dealing with my brother, I was the one who was working more. I was the one who worked at an early age than him. Car wash on 42nd Street. And things will come up missing from my possession. You will argue, we'll tussle, blah, 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 fight. Those type of things. And to be honest with you, I always try to look at, beyond those things at a certain point of time. Forgiveness was one of the biggest things that I had to learn, and I did learn. Through it all, I always tried to look past that. Relationship with my brother was distant, but of course he lived. We fought, but we did get along. It was just the fact that, can you leave my stuff alone, Shine? Like, come on now. But of course I had my ways of showing that type of tension. My mother, I thought I was so grown. She's born in 1939, so therefore her childhood was in the 1940s. So therefore, you got the parenthood for herself of teaching me what only she knew because of what she'd been through. So I didn't do a lot of things that other kids did, run around, go to the ball games, or get together. That didn't start till later on in my teenage years when I decided, okay, I'm going to get up out of this house, and I'm going to go have fun. Left alone, with that. But as that took its place, it had the stages of events from we could never get along at times. I'm talking about she would say something, I would say something, and next thing you know, we were arguing. That's what I do. I have one music album, Tupac Shakur Greatest Hits. I will blast that little boombox of mine. All you hear from the back of the house, all if you hear me, you know what I mean? Things like that, and like you got all type of Tupac lyrics cursing out, man, bury me a G. Like all these things is going on, and it would be cut it down. But of course, she's her gravity and her tone is just through the roof, and I'm sitting there. She think, champagne, you know what I mean? Sitting there just jamming it, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, police come here. And there's always get out, blah, 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 blah. This is my tough love that I got from my mother. She was never mean. It was just the fact that her mindset was nothing but success for us. But her tough love gave me my ambition that I have today. The tough love has given me the ambition to be the father I am today. The patience that she had for me was very small, but it was worth every bit of it, every whooping, everything, because we didn't get a whooping for no reason. We always had clothes on our back, shoes on our feet, a roof over our head, clean water, never out of utility, never without a roof, 3-bedroom home with a nice attic and a park lot, large front and backyard, lovely home. And as I speak of her, The relationship became more equivalent to the peace, love, and happiness as I became a mature young man. When I was 17, that's when I, had my first month of rent payment. And at that point, the relationship with me and my mother has definitely grown better. That's how that was. And from that point on, we enjoyed one another because her job was done. Her son's a man, he's taking care of himself now. And she always used to say things, man. Man, now, you're gonna be a big boy, then you're gonna become a young man, then you're gonna be a big man. You wanna go ahead, learn how to cook, learn how to clean. Because if you will never have a woman one day, you will be lonely and say, well, man, I could still do this myself. Independence. That's what she was. There was no type of men coming out of her house. It was just her and the kids. That was it. So, school became difficult once I knew that I got my own house. And I was 17, and believe it or not, I lived a 5-minute jog in distance from my school. You know what? I was the latest person in class every time. Let's say today, right now, it's Thursday. I won't be in school for today and tomorrow, but I won't see my class until not the Monday coming, but the following Monday. That was how much I didn't really put that effort in. And I had time after time. I passed all my graduation tests. I did it. I studied. But I aged out when I went to school at the age of 20. And I was turning 21 in October. Mr. Fields, you cannot come here. We're sorry. We know you're capable. You know you have everything you need. Just as one EOCT test would have helped you graduate. But right now, sir, GED would be a better option for you. Nah, get out of here, shiny. Get my high school diploma online. Penn Foster. I started there, and that's when I was informed by my girlfriend, Miss Tiana, that, baby, I don't really consider it, you dealing with Penn Foster online, because a lot of schools may not accept an online diploma, because therefore anyone can take these tests, anyone can take these classes, pass them, and you're just bringing in the degree to get into someone's college at Harvard. I'm just saying. A lot of schools wouldn't accept me. Here I am now at this day getting my GED. I have classes. And my mother was getting her GED. You see, that when she was young, she didn't have to get a diploma to work. But in the 1940s, 1950s, women were fighting for their rights to vote. She went through the civil rights movement. She was at MLK speeches. She went to church with Tupac Shakur in Baltimore because she lived there. She didn't see these people. She didn't been around these people. She have greeted Biggie Smalls walking down Green Avenue in Waverly because we had a corner store right there on the corner. Now it's an Italian restaurant right there. I bring those things up because my mother wanted to go back for her GED. And to this day, as I go to GED class, I have a black book bag, but it's kind of hard to explain, but of course it's not a backpack, it's just a book bag with a nice zip on it. I have her same eraser. She'll have a nice brand new eraser on her pencil, but that little rubber eraser with the two bicolors on it, oh yeah, that was her eraser. She would erase, man. Why don't you use your pencil? Mama, I like this better. Okay. I got that. I got her bag. My books are in that bag. I don't go to school without that. My church gave her a nice plaque for being a wonderful single mother too. her children, and she was one of the best women in the church as a lovely example. At that point, I knew that I was ready. When I looked at that plaque, took it off the wall, put it in my bag. I did not go to school without those three things. Her bag, that eraser, and that plaque. I'm ready. There's nothing stopping me but death. Unstoppable. You see it. As long as you see it, you know it's there. That's how I feel today. I'm unstoppable. Through the Lord's strength, this is what it is, and all I'm gonna say is, business administration classes shall be taken. I give it about the next semester for the opening of college. I give it probably the fall semester. If I'm not mistaken, winter semester. Excuse me. I'm ready. And as I stand today, it is time to finish what I started. My children, my soon-to-be Lord's Will fiance, my life, my walk with God, and all my loved ones, distant or near. The true ones shall stick around in the circle. There's no room for a square. May my circle be joined together. May my ambition grow. May I give off optimistic energy for the mind, spirit, and wherever else may be needed. This is me today, and I am successful. I am Justin Fields.